So do you have a sweet tooth? And do you crave sugar when trying to lose weight? I know I do, so today I'm going to share with you my 12 favourite diet hacks to stay on track and manage cravings when trying to lose weight. So starting with the most obvious, the first tip I'll give you would be to drink more water. Thirst is often mistaken for hunger, so make sure you stay hydrated, and actually the act of drinking itself can actually alleviate some of your cravings. Additionally, if you drink carbonated water, that can actually help give you a fuller sensation to help eliminate general hunger too. The next tip is my personal favourite, and that is to drink coffee. Now again, the actual act of coffee and sipping on that nice warm drink can help alleviate some of the cravings that you might have, and actually the caffeine within coffee is actually a natural appetite suppressant. Now the third tip is that I actually like to keep a very healthy supply of sugar-free gum around the house. Now there's something very satisfying about that act of chewing when you're hungry, and the mint flavour as well is very good at satisfying that sweet craving that you might have. Now tip 4 is if you don't have any gum in the house, then simply clean your teeth. Again, the actual act of cleaning your teeth can be very distracting to take your mind off any sugar cravings that you might have. And again, the very strong mint flavoured toothpaste can actually satisfy that sweet craving. Now in a lot of cases, sugar cravings can actually be emotional hunger rather than actual physical hunger. So sometimes just doing something to take your mind off the cravings by keeping busy can actually go a long way to helping you manage them. I like going for a walk, but anything to do with a lot of concentration can work well. Now if you really feel like you need something sweet, then making up a branched chain amino acid drink can be a good way to go. These typically come in very sweet and very varied flavours, and actually have some nutritional value associated with them as well. My personal favourite in terms of flavours is Key Lime Cherry by Mutant. Now one of my top tips for managing cravings is actually to help reduce overall hunger. Now one of the ways in which I do that is by intermittent fasting. Now a lot of people are going to say, whoa, by not eating, surely you're going to make yourself more hungry, and when you do actually finally get the opportunity to eat, you're going to be absolutely ravenous. Well, as it turns out, that actually isn't quite the case. By intermittent fasting, you reduce a hormone called ghrelin, which is actually referred to as the hunger hormone. So the less you eat, the less of that hormone you produce, and that can go a long way to helping manage your overall hunger. Now, intermittent fasting is something I'll cover in more detail in another video, but I'm very fond of the 16/8 diet. Now when I have sugar cravings, the time I find them hardest to manage is just after I've had my dinner and shortly before I'm due to go to bed. So the way in which I deal with this is I have a variety of herbal teas in all different kind of sweet flavours. Now the herbal teas are naturally free of caffeine, and in some cases they're designed to help relax you and actually help with better sleep. So herbal teas for me is the way to go, and there's a few really nice flavours that I like. I think one in particular is spiced apple with vanilla, which really helps satisfy my sweet tooth. Now my next tip would be to use diet sodas and diet fizzy drinks. My personal flavour is cherry Pepsi Max, which really goes a long way to help satisfy a sweet craving. Now a lot of people don't like to use these because of all the artificial sweeteners and artificial ingredients within them, but having one in moderation I think is fine, especially to help keep you on track with your diet. Now along a similar vein, Hartley's have these really nice little 10-calorie jellies, which really feel like a nice little treat or nice little pudding after a meal. Now they again come in a great range of flavours, some of which you probably wouldn't expect, but strawberry and kiwi, for example, is my personal favourite, and I think these are fantastic. Now for the next tip, if you really feel like you need some kind of treat and chewing gum and herbal teas and diet sodas just isn't going to cut it, then try and find yourself a low calorie treat that isn't going to completely blow your diet if you have it. Now my personal favourite for this is something like the Fiber One chocolate fudge brownies. They're about 87 calories each, partly because they're so small, but also because of the ingredients. And these are actually surprisingly tasty, and once again they can go a long way to helping you stay on track. Finally, if you've got a little bit of flexibility in your diet and you can spare 200 or 300 calories within your overall intake for the day, then choosing one of your favourite protein bars is probably a pretty good solution. There are some amazing bars and flavours out there, some of which taste like actual sweets now, and nutritionally they do help go towards your overall macros, even if their ingredients aren't necessarily completely favourable. So find a protein bar that you really enjoy and really feels like a treat, and have them as a backup just in case you need them. So if you struggle with sugar cravings when on a diet, hopefully you found these diet hacks useful. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more great content like this.